What's going on, everybody? So training camp has finally started for the Cleveland Browns starting yesterday. So there's a lot of news and some clips that came out. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So first of all, a lot of the things I saw just looked incredible, right? It's not like last year where it was all recorded and on YouTube. So a lot of the things you're seeing are just clips. So, it's not like you're seeing the whole thing to see the negatives too necessarily. But the clips I have seen, Baker looks great. Baker's sharp. Talked about it a few times now. He's in even better shape than last year. And coming into the offseason last year, heading into the 2020 season, I was so pumped that he recognized that he needed to get his body in the right spot as far as, physical shape and whatnot. And this offseason, he didn't get comfortable. He kept that going, and he looks a lot more thicker, but it's not like bad. It's like lean, you know what I mean? So I've said this now. I think he's kind of almost getting a Russell Wilson body type. He is taller than Russ, but he's that, even though he's shorter, he's got that bulk, that strength, you know what I mean? So he looks incredible. There was a pic of his quad, and holy crap, I don't know what all he's been doing this offseason, but man, he's been putting in the work. But anyway, so there were some pretty good clips of him throwing to Jarvis, him throwing to Odell. I'll try to put the clips in if I can. It's kind of hard with copyright, but and there was even one of him throwing a bomb to Anthony Schwartz, and it was on Greedy Williams. And I've been the one defending Greedy every time somebody takes a shot at him. And it's great to see me get proved wrong, but I'm just glad Anthony Schwartz caught it. He seemed like Baker, it seemed like he underthrew it, but I think that's just, when you have a speedy receiver who's that quick, your connection, it's going to take a minute, right? Like, you get used to how fast or how slow guys are, coming in and out of their cuts. That's just stuff that they're going to have to get down. And another thing is, speaking of receivers, Donovan Peoples-Jones, man, he had one crazy catch, and it was thrown by Kyle Lauletta, which I think it was a good throw, but, man, he's really stepping into that role, and I think he's going to take that wide receiver 3 spot. And I've said it many times, I think he's going to be our future number 1 or number 2 receiver. I think he's going to be that good. And I think you're going to see a lot of that this season. So it's good to see them clips coming out with him. Been a lot of good stuff this offseason with him anyway. And now that we're in training camp seeing that's great also. Jadeveon Clowney looks huge. Like, I think, we talk about him and his history being the number 1 overall pick and stuff. But, the reality is Miles and him, just from a physical size standpoint, it's unbelievable that those are your 2 defensive ends. It's just with Clowney, got to see if he's going to stay healthy. Greg Newsome reportedly looks really good, and that's great to hear because odds are he's going to be starting, and I think he will be starting. So the fact that he's picking up on stuff this quick is great. It's great to hear. It's great to see. Trying to think of anything else. As far as that, so day 2 is today. It'll be over by the time this video gets out. But Rashard Higgins didn't practice today. OBJ didn't practice today. I think they said Delpit didn't practice today. So we'll see as far as what news comes out from today. But I also wanted to talk about this, and this, I get it. It might be a little bit controversial. I really don't care. And I'm not going to go too far with it, but Kevin Stefanski said they're not going to be participating, if I could speak, in the different colored bracelets for the vaccinated versus unvaccinated. He was saying about how he doesn't want to divide the team. he's absolutely correct, right? The NFL is really bullying these players with this whole thing. And I know, I understand people have strong opinions, but I don't think you should force anybody into anything, right? When you have, it doesn't, by the way, I don't care if it's this vaccine, if it's any other vaccine. I don't think you should force somebody to put something in their body, right? That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Like I said, I respect your opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. We're allowed to disagree. But I think at the end of the day, they shouldn't force anything. I don't think vaccination should be mandatory for these guys or for anywhere else for that matter. I think that's just stupid. I think that's very, I don't know. I just don't think that's right. And that's just my opinion. But as far as the whole dividing the team thing, yeah, of course it's going to divide the team. If you see these media people out here and they notice that, I'm just saying, let's name a name. John Johnson has one that's unvaccinated, but, OBJ has one that is, it's going to be a story, and they're going to talk about it, and they're going to blow it out of proportion. And it's just, he's completely right. And I'm glad we have a coach who's this smart, who understands this stuff, because that's just what the media does. That's what they will do. And I think he's smart for doing that. And plus, you got people out here testing positive after they've been vaccinated. And sure, it might build up your immunity to it or whatever. You might not get as sick. But there's people who are, asymptomatic who haven't been vaccinated, And I know I'm not a doctor or anything like this, but I'm just saying I think people have been kind of blowing this out of proportion in a way. And again, this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree. But to me, if you're vaccinated and you test positive, you're still going to have to sit out. Like, I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. So with Kevin Stefanski's talking about the bracelets and stuff, I don't understand why the NFL is trying to force them to do this stuff. I think they're being very dictatorship with how they're handling this. I don't even think that made sense, but regardless, I just think they're handling this very wrong. But, at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want. I'm glad, though, that our coaching staff is handling it our way and not accepting this dictatorship stuff. So, anyway, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm an idiot. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Interested to see what comes out from day 2. So, yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.